All the Happy Days had something in it. I guess the early ones I liked because they were so pretty. The one camera, uh, the one where they bought the car, it was kind of the Lemon, I think it was called. And because it was all about cars, then we couldn't do that anymore because we were three camera. I think the Fonzie, it was. I did a lot of episodes because I was really groping now because I had done a lot of TV. I'd done certainly come up with over 1,000 stories for sitcoms, so I was running out. So then I was literally doing my life as it happened instead of remembering it. And I got hurt playing basketball and ripped my knee open, all in the inside, the ligaments, everything. So I had to have this operation. And so while I was in the hospital, I called and said, Fonzie rips his knee open. Let's do that episode. It became a two-parter where he hurt his knee and then he doing the big motorcycle jump over the garbage cans. I mean, that was a big episode for us. And it was all about because I hurt my knee. So, because once your knee operation is over, you can't get up. So you got to get up. And it was became a strong friendship show. Pinky Tuscadero, that Fonzie finally got a girl that was his equal, was a big episode that was a favorite of mine. That, again, I was driving with my family to Carmel, California, a lovely place we took a vacation, and the car broke down. So while we're waiting for the AA, I'm really upset. The kids are crying. It's hot, and I'm getting aggravated. And my wife says, well, we'll go. You walk around. You'll think of something. You'll make something up. Well, something will happen. And I looked up, and the name of the exit was a Tuscadero. And that's a great name. I'll say Tuscadero. And all my kids have these pink things on. That's what was driving me crazy. They were getting dirty. And I said, that's the character. I just got it. What? She said, Pinky Tuscadero. That's a character. For which show? It's happy. And so that became big. And then the show where Richie almost died, we wanted to do a thing. And then with Happy Days, we could do all the pressure group stuff that we couldn't do in some of the other situations that were not done in the Van Dyke Lucy days. So it became, philosophically, while you have the audience's attention, you might as well say something. So then we did all our series of pressure groups in a good sense. We did our, diabetes show. We did our mentally challenged show, our hard of hearing show, whatever that was. The blind challenge. I don't know the politically correct things, but we did all the shows that pointed out to the audience that you can overcome the handicap, you can do all these things, and then slipped some of it into the culture of Odd Couple. We did the ballet show, we did the opera show, we did the symphony show. It was tough because there was no press on your side then. Now you do anything, the press is in the wrong. Anything wrong, they tell everybody. Those days they covered it. I remember we had great violinist Itzhak Perlman is the best he was. But he's a little bit crippled, so we had him on the show. The network said we couldn't have him on the show, an Odd Couple. We said, well, why not? They said, well, he's crippled, he's got crutches, it's not a good image to have on television. I said, but he's a great artist. Yeah, well, we don't want to do it. Now, what really got me crazy, I went to the Bowl to see it, so they were there. The same network guys were there. They love him. I said, how could you be here and not, well, we can't put it on the television, the sponsors, blah, blah, blah. So we've gone a long way since then. And but anyway, Happy Days tried all these different types of shows in the middle of the hearing impaired and hearing challenged, I'm trying to say, culminating with the best one, which was, I guess, our most emotional show. There was a group in Massachusetts, I guess, who had abused children, who were special cases. They didn't know what to do with them. They were just totally catatonic half the time, and this and that, and they would never show any emotion whatsoever. So the doctors came to tell us that they found one common denominator with these kids, there must have been 50 of them, was that they all like Fonzie. And they said the reason that they liked him was because he never cried. And they had spent most of their life crying. Somebody smacked them was why they were crying. And so they said if it would be great if he could cry. And we did an episode special for that. And it was when Richie had an accident. And they said, and I called Watt, they said they were glued to the set. And he says, but some just couldn't take it. They got up and left. As soon as he cried, they got up and walked out of the room. He says, but it opened the door that we could discuss it with them. Did you see he cried? No, he didn't cry. Yes, he did. So that was, I think, the most emotional episode. And the easiest one was when Fonzie got his library card. They called us from Washington. Nobody's reading. They're just watching television. Make them read, Garry. So we did a whole episode where I conceived this one. I didn't write it, where he got his library card. I still must entertain, so he got his library card while he was wearing a dress, mind you. So we were still entertaining, but he had the library card. And they said basically that they were startled that the Library Association said that the asking for library cards went up 500%. That's a lot, 500%. Everybody's saying, because he said, if you say it, you don't he said it the opposite, not get a library card. He said it the opposite, which is the way we wrote it. I think Arthur Silver and Bob Brunner. This is free. You pay nothing. This comes out, so you go, you get it, you're free, you grab all the books you want. It's the best thing I ever saw. You could get something free for nothing. And that got through to them. So they all went. So I guess those are the best ones I remember.